Hey Rebels, how we doing? All right, we're gonna talk about this right here. Isn't this fun? Hold on. That I can put words in right there. Isn't that so fun? I love it. We're gonna talk about the best way to adjust your abundance thermostat. So I know a lot of you are doing the meditation and you've been posting and asking questions about it. So exciting. Using that as a tool to do this, amazing. Awesome. Keep it up. Keep doing it. All right. I want to give you something to take it another step further though. And this is something that I've really been trying hard to incorporate into my life. A lot more than I ever have before. I've always believed in this and thought it was the right thing to do and done it a little bit, but now I'm really trying to take this a much bigger step further, and I'm really noticing a big difference in the way that I'm manifesting in abundance. So this is what it is. Ready? Ready for the magic? Okay. So the trick to really adjust that thermostat so that it's adjusted and it stays adjusted, and that you, instead of like going up small increments or doing that thing where you leap up a number but then you realize it settled back down and it didn't stick up there, something that you can do to really make a shift and make it powerfully, hello Cheryl, glad that you're here, is that you can adjust your thermostat with daily visualization. Daily visualization. That's hard to say. And I don't just mean sitting and seeing yourself having it. That's fine, but really visualizing something and making a change. You want to connect, hey Mary, you want to connect in how you want to feel, and you want to see yourself feeling that way. So let's say you want to start manifesting more money into your life. All right. And so let's say you even attach a figure to that. You say, I want to start manifesting $500 more every month just to give me that cushion to get through what I'm going through. Okay. So let's say that's what you do. And you put it out there and you're doing the work, you're doing your affirmations, and you're doing the abundance meditation to lift that up. If you then take that and you imagine yourself receiving that check for $500 more a month, or for that money showing up from somewhere every month for you, and you imagine yourself using that money to help you feel the way you want to feel, and you imagine yourself feeling really comfortable with that money, really at peace with that, really grateful for that, then you're really gonna make a big impact on what you bring in. Because here's the really cool thing about our brains. They don't know the difference between us imagining it's true and it actually being true. They don't. Go research it. Ask a therapist. There's really not a difference when it comes to your brain taking that in and your body reacting to it. It doesn't really know the difference. So if you can stop it and you can do that, you're going to make a big difference. Now, here's the thing about visualization. If you want it to work, it's kind of like showering. You kind of have to do it every day. You want to be consistent with this. It can be just for a few minutes. It doesn't have to take a long time. It doesn't even have to be time taking out of doing something else. Maybe while you're in the shower, or while you're getting ready in the morning, maybe while you're driving somewhere, you really sit and you visualize yourself having the thing that you're asking for, visualizing more abundance around you, and feeling really comfortable and at peace with it. Maybe you imagine it like you really see it helping you, but also helping other people at the same time, right? Like you see both. For empaths, that's just such a good trick for us, right? Like sometimes we can't motivate ourselves to do something, but when we think about how it will help others, it really gets in there and really connects with us, right? Makes sense? So I'm going to challenge you to really start visualizing every day. Make a point to do that. I'm challenging you, and I'm going to ask you to post in the group if you did it. Even if you just write visualize and a check mark. Woo! Awesome. Tell us what you're visualizing so we can support you. You know, there's a lot of power in telling people who are supportive what you're working towards. It makes it a lot more concrete. And if all of us can pull on that for you and really try to reel that in, it makes a big difference. If you've ever done something like that, you know the power behind everyone pushing for you to get that. So if you post like manifesting more money, manifesting a vacation, attracting abundance in the love department, in the new job department, whatever it is you're looking for to kind of add to that, If you're doing that, you're really going to not only for yourself and your energy make an impact, but everyone else supporting that is going to make an impact too. So we can all pull that stuff in for each other, because that's what it's all about, right? So I really want you looking at that. I want you feeling that. Use the empath trick. See yourself helping other people with that. Remember, you at a lower thermostat level for abundance, you help less people. But when you are up higher, when you're attracting more abundance into your life and you're helping yourself more, that self that gets to experience more and be more expansive with different experiences and places and classes and books, and doesn't have that stress to just barely pay the bills every month. I remember being her. She did not get shit done. This girl does, who doesn't have that pressure, and I still fight for more, because I know the best version of me, the more I can shine as bright as possible and do things that feed my soul and care for my body and my mind, the better I am at helping people. I can reach more people when my light's brighter. All right. So you at this lower thermostat level, helping less people. When you bring that up and you rise it up, and you're now at a bigger level, and you're experiencing more and you're taking better care of yourself, now you're going to help more people. You're going to really reach out and shine beautifully. Okay. So I want you to try this. I want you to let me know how it goes. If you've never done visualization before, it's super easy. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in a scenario. Sometimes, depending on which clairs are your strongest clairs, the psychic senses, visualizing can be super easy for some people, and for some people can be really hard. Also, if your third eye is really blocked up with lots of clunky energy going on up there, you might have a little trouble with that. So you just want to keep that stuff spinning and going. If you're trying to visualize and you're closing your eyes and you're having trouble seeing what you want to see, say it out loud until pictures start to come with that, and that will really help you to start to imagine that. Write it, okay? Like, I see myself, I'm making $500 extra a month, and I'm taking that money and I have that extra cushion. I'm actually putting into my savings, and I can actually do something for myself. I can buy myself a new shirt every month, or a new pair of shoes, or, those bills don't feel so stressful because I have that cushion and it feels great, and I can't wait to take that to the next level after this. Just write that out if you're having trouble seeing it. The goal is to try to see it though, okay? So even if you're doing those things, also try to bring it up to the visualization. Just practice, Imagine yourself making out with a super hot guy or a super hot girl. If that's easier, start there, and then add in your abundance thing at the end. So you're just making out with this really hot person, and then boom, there's all this money around you. Oh my gosh, if that works for you, do it. Do what works, okay? So make sure you just find the little tools that work for you. And if you're still having trouble, post and tell me, because I know a lot of ways to get people over this. You know me, I won't let you sit still and say, oh, I can't do it. No, we're finding a way for you to do it, all right? Really make a point to do this and report back. Again, it can be 1 minute of your day, 30 seconds of your day if that's all you have. But if you're consistent with this and you're really working on picturing it and connecting, feeling emotionally really great and comfortable, that's going to allow your thermostat setting to not only rise, but to stay there, okay? Jamie said, is there too much to try to manifest every month, or is it just contingent on what you think you're powerful enough to call? Like, are you saying, Jamie, like, too much of a leap or too many things? Let me know. I'll answer both. How's that? Too much of a leap, you have to just see if you feel like it's possible. So if you feel like it's completely possible to manifest another $1,000 a month to you, like it feels like, okay, it's a stretch, but I really think I can do that, then it's not too much money. Okay. If you feel like, oh my God, I can't even imagine another $5, then start smaller. It just has to feel possible. Anytime you're trying to expand and grow from a place of where you have a limitation, you want to be expanding in a way like, I don't fully believe I can do that yet, but I really think if I open up and keep doing this work, this may happen. If you can say that and you can believe that far, awesome. Okay, this is why it doesn't work for people to try to just manifest $1 million all of a sudden, because that's a big leap from manifesting, a very small amount every month to all of a sudden waking up one day and winning the lottery, right? Like it's because it's too big of a leap. So as long as your leap feels doable, completely fine. There's no limit to how much you can ask for. I kind of like to switch it up because I like to play with this, but I've also been doing this for a long time. So take this. Yep, that's what I meant. Good. So take this as if you feel like it's good for you or not. If you don't feel like it will work for you, hold on to it for another time. But one of the things that I do when I'm trying to manifest something is I always throw in a wild card. All right. So let's say I'm trying to manifest, 10 new steady clients or something. All right, let's take it out of money for a minute. And so I put it out there to manifest that. I'll throw in the wild card in there for some miracle to come in. Like, throw me a miracle. And I'll see what the universe sends me. Like, maybe the miracle is 100 new clients show up. Maybe the miracle is $1 million in my bank account. Maybe the miracle that happened the other day, I saw a rainbow. To me, that's a freaking miracle when you see one, right? Like, maybe the miracle is an amazing opportunity comes to you. But if you believe that that's possible, then it will. I am someone who, I remember there's a Wayne Dyer quote, and I'll probably butcher it because that's what I do with other people's quotes. But I remember it's something like, I believe in miracles, I'm really logical. I believe in miracles or something to that effect. And I loved that. So I really started to try to add that in so that I felt as if a miracle could come around any corner. I'm someone who struggles with control. Like, I like to know how things are coming in, and that's something that I have to work on letting go. So for me to add that in, to be like, because a miracle is just really something you can't explain how it got to you. And so that's really letting go of how. So I'll put that out there too. So whatever I'm trying to manifest, I'm like, and throw me a miracle, wild card. And honestly, for those of you who know me, I manifest crazy, amazing things all the time. And I really credit it to that. Things that you'd be like, what? You just mentioned that the other day. Maybe the miracle is the speed of which thing you're asking for comes to you, right? And the other thing that I always do that we talked about last week, just to recap and to add in, is whenever I'm asking, to do something, for the means to do something, I ask for the universe to double it. So if I want to take a class and it's $1,000 and I'm asking the universe, send me the means to take this $1,000 class, I go and double it so that I'm putting out $1,000, but a $2,000 comes back to me. And really start to do things like that where that feels really possible. Even if you feel like you're kind of bullshitting it at first, I'm totally cool with that. Just do it until it starts to feel real, because again, you can fake the system. If you concentrate on feeling it and seeing it, it will come. Your energy field doesn't know the difference between something you're imagining and something that's really happening. So if you do that, you'll really have an impact on how you pull stuff in. Okay? Makes sense? Awesome. All right. So if you have any questions about Abundance Thermostat, about anything going on in your life, I'll hang in for a few more minutes just to answer them real quick. And then if you're also still here, if you could say what kind of energy you'd like us all to send you, we can all send each other some beautiful, happy, nice energy. Hey, Carrie. And I'll be getting ready to pull you some angel cards very soon. Just grabbed my deck for tonight, ready to go. So exciting. And I wanted to also mention while I'm waiting to see if you have questions or what kind of energy you want. The Morning Makeover Kit should be out Friday. I had a few people asking me about it. It was going to come out last week, but I had it all together and was like going to bed on, I think it was last Wednesday night. It was ready to go. And I just felt like I wanted to format how the information was getting to you differently. Do you guys do this? Like, completely complete something and then just something doesn't feel completely right and you're like, hold the phone. And I struggled with it for a minute or for longer than a minute, for like a whole day, because it was done and I had promised it or said I was hoping to have it last week. And so it would have to put it back a week, and it might not even be done Friday. It might be till next week. And I struggled with that, but then I was like, I want to deliver the best possible thing I can. So the difference is, and by the way, Rebels are going to get it for half price. So it's, I believe, don't quote me on this, I believe it's $12.99 and you guys get it for $6.99. So I'll check. So keep an eye out for it. It's awesome. I really should have priced it a lot more. Like everyone's like, this is who looked at it and edited for me are like, holy crap, I should be charging at least $50 for this. But I just, when I had this conversation with someone today, when I come up with a figure, I do it in meditation because it just needs to be what feels right. And I really want to help you guys have amazing mornings because I've done this and let me just tell you, it's phenomenal. So anyways, the format that it was going to be in was that you would get an email when you signed up and it would contain all the information you needed and you could you could save that email forever and you could use the stuff. And as I was going to bed Wednesday night of last week, I just kept feeling like, that doesn't feel right. Like something feels off on that for me. So I changed it so that now it's going to live on a website that's password protected. So only if you'll have a sign in if you buy the kit. And when you sign in, it's always there and it's just easier to download and it's easier to bookmark the site so that you have all of it there. So I'm changing it to that, but that means I had to not to be boring, but I had to download and find and buy a whole new WordPress plugin to make that, whatever. It feels better to me. So just know that if you're waiting and you're biting your nails and you've been asking me about it, I love that you're excited and I'm sorry it's taking longer, but it's just because I wanted to make it even better. I felt like it would have a better impact. It would be easier to use, be easy to quickly wake up and hit play on a meditation if it was just lived on a bookmarked website for you. And then it was more easy to download the morning meditations. I made you sleep meditations. There are short little yoga routines for you to do as soon as you get out of bed, journaling exercise every morning, an affirmation for you. It's amazing. I think you're going to love it. So yeah, Sharon, can't wait for the morning kit. Me too. I'm very excited for you to get it. So I'm sorry it's taking a little bit longer, but I'm not a perfectionist. I used to be a perfectionist. I'm not a perfectionist, but I am really obsessed with making sure what I put out does the job I want it to do in the best possible way. So I want things that are generated from me to be the absolute best that I can make them. So that's why that's going on. So thank you for being patient. Thank you for being excited about it and interested in it. That's so cool. You guys are the best. And if you are a life changer, you get it for free too. And also, before I forget, Thursday, don't forget, is the live video class. So if live videos are something you've ever wanted to do, or maybe you do now and you want to do them better, whether you have a product to sell or a service that you want to do, or maybe you just want to come in and share some thoughts with people, make sure you tune in for that. Okay, so I'll post about that in the group later. Let's see. Sharon said